How Iron Man returns to the MCU Avengers fan theory. With all the new concepts and more that Phase 4 has offered, there are numerous theories about how Iron Man could return to the MCU shortly. The MCU launched in 2008 with Jon Favreau's Iron Man, which introduced Tony Stark and set the tone for subsequent films. Iron Man led the Infinity Saga and the original Avengers with Captain America, and his final act was saving the universe. Over a decade, Tony Stark Iron Man went from arrogant genius, billionaire playboy, and philanthropist to a hero who sacrificed himself to rescue the universe in Avengers Endgame. He stole the Infinity Stones from Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet and used his Nano Gauntlet to erase Thanos and his forces. The impact of Iron Man's deeds throughout the Infinity Saga continues to be felt, with Phase 4 investigating the multiverse and its many possibilities and dangers. There have been many hypotheses about how he could return to this connected realm. Phases 5 and 6 have further fed those theories. Kevin Feige confirmed Phase 5 and 3 Phase 6 movies, including Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Avengers: Secret Wars, after Phase 4 ended. The multiverse and impending Avengers movies have sparked speculation about Iron Man's return, including variants and risky resurrections. Iron Man return theories are listed. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss how Iron Man returns to the MCU Avengers fan theory. So stay tuned to find out. Now let's start our video. RDJ's Iron Man can return in Avengers 5 or 6 thanks to time travel. Because the rules of time travel in the MCU are not carved in stone or even clear, it is plausible that time travel may be utilized to bring Iron Man back, which was presented in Avengers Endgame when the heroes who survived Thanos' snap came up with the time heist, with Kang, Jonathan Majors, in charge of the Time Variance Authority, or TVA. Time travel may be featured in Avengers: The Kang Dynasty and Avengers: Secret Wars, allowing Iron Man to return to aid his fellow Avengers in this new, massive battle against an even bigger threat to Thanos. RDJ's Iron Man could be brought back from the dead. If Iron Man is brought back from the dead, it won't be the same as Tony Stark fans and characters know. The MCU has previously proven that the best way to bring back Iron Man is as a zombie, as seen in Spider-Man: Far From Home and in the What If Zombies episode. Zombie Iron Man wouldn't have the consciousness of the character everyone knows and loves, but this would make his homecoming more devastating and dramatic. Having him back as a zombie would have a tremendous emotional impact on those closest to him, such as Rhodey, Don Cheadle, and Peter Parker, Tom Holland. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness resurrected one of his versions through dreamwalking, which may be used to bring Iron Man back in a less devastating method than an infected zombie. Iron Man can appear from the multiverse. Phase 4 of the MCU introduced the notion of variants, essentially alternate versions of MCU characters from other universes that may seem identical to their regular timeline counterparts, or may have completely different genders, histories, etc. With Kang at the helm of the TVA, the multiverse is poised to play an even larger role in Phases 5 and 6 of the MCU, opening the door for the introduction of characters from other universes, such as a different Iron Man, though whether he would be played by Robert Downey Jr. again is unknown. If you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now let's continue. Iron Man could return as a soldier of Kang. Theoretically, Iron Man might return in Avengers: Secret Wars as a member of Kang's army, following the pattern of alternate timelines established by the MCU. Based on the comics, this hypothesis proposes that Iron Man's alternate universe counterpart could hoist Mjolnir just like Thor, and so fight on Kang's side. Iron Hammer, of course, is the name of this alternate version of Iron Man, and he could be a fun and interesting way to bring Iron Man back to the MCU in a different role than he had during the Infinity Saga, shocking not only viewers but the heroes of the MCU who knew and worked alongside Iron Man, who must now fight against him. Should Iron Man return to the MCU? Even if he returns as artificial intelligence or as a zombie, bringing back Iron Man could ruin the magnificent conclusion he received after his long journey in the Infinity Saga and his death as a real hero. The best solution, if the MCU still wants an Iron Man-like figure, is to replace him with another character. This universe already has a couple of solutions for that, as it still has Rhodey, who will star as the upcoming TV series Armor Wars, Riri Williams, Dominique Thorne, making her debut at the end of Phase 4. Nathaniel Richards / Ironclad could appear as he's one of Kang's variants. Morgan Stark could replace her mother as Rescue. Iron Man's comeback would be emotionally interesting and fascinating, but it's not necessary. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comments section how this one was. I hope that you found this video interesting. You can subscribe and watch more videos on our channel to keep up with more content. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.